Shabbat Shalom. We are so thrilled that you are choosing to be here with us this evening, for Shabbat, Kabbalat Shabbat, to welcome the Sabbath together as the sun is setting, our early services. If you have a Siddur, Mishkan Tfilah at home, please open to page 127 at the bottom of the page. If you are joining us and do not have a Siddur at home, please remember that there is a PDF of our entire Siddur on our website right below the virtual link. You can open it with another device so you can follow, or even do a split screen on whatever device, computer or iPad, you are following this evening's service. We offer thanks, O Source, for this Shabbat which unites us in faith and hope, for Shabbat holiness which inspires sacred living, for Shabbat memories glowing even in darkness, for Shabbat peace born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessings, HaShekhinah. A nigun is a melody that requires no words, no English or Hebrew. A nigun does require an intentioning and an opening of one's heart. As we pray this evening responsively, you and I will follow every melody that Alexandra leads us with this evening.
Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai.
Ya la lai lai lai, ya la lai lai lai.
Yai lai 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 lai.
Ya la la lai la la lai la 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 lai.
Lai 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 lai.
Ya la la lai la la lai la 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 lai.
Yai lai 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 lai.
Ya la la lai la la lai la 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 lai.
Lai 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 lai.
Lai 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 la lai.
Lai 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 lai.
Lai la lai la lai.
Lai 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 lai.
Lai la lai la lai.
Lai.
Lai. Ma Yafeh Hayom, page 128. We begin with Hine Matov. Yet again, a responsive reading, Psalm 133 at the top of the page. Hine
Hine
Matov
Matov
Uma
Uma
Naim
Naim
Shevet Achim
Shevet Achim
Shevet Achim
Shevet Achim
Gam
Yachad.
Hine
Hine
Matov
Matov
Uma
Uma
Naim
Naim
Shevet Achim
Shevet Achim
Shevet Achim
Shevet Achim
Gam Yachad. Hine Matov
Hine Matov
Uma Naim
Uma Naim
Shevet Achim
Shevet Achim
Gam Yachad.
Gam Yachad.
Hine Matov
Hine Matov
Uma Naim
Uma Naim
Shevet Achim
Shevet Achim
Gam Yachad.
Gam Yachad.
Hine
Hine
Matov
Matov
Uma
Uma
Naim
Naim
Shevet Achim
Shevet Achim
Gam
Yachad.
128, paragraph 2. How lovely today is. Shabbat Shalom.
Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom. Shabbat Shalom.
With the light of these Shabbat candles, I hold in my heart all of the beloved essential workers, all of those neighbors, friends, relatives, family members who you have shared their names with us, who are putting their own lives on the line. Those nurses and doctors and teachers and grocery store workers, those first responders, police people, fire people, EMT workers, all of those people that you are holding in your hearts are beloved to us as we move through this pandemic together. We send our love, we send our gratitude, we send our support. Dodi Lee, Holding these beloveds in our hearts, we turn to page 138, Lecha Dodi.
Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad Yishmi'anu Ham Yuchad Adonai Echad U'Shemo Echad L'Shemu Tiferet V'Letila Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Likrat Shabbat Lechu v'necha Ki mikor ha'baracha Mirosh mikedem nisucha Sof ma'aseh v'machshava techila Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Itoreri, itoreri, kiva orech kumi ori, uri uri shir daberi, kavod Adonai alaich nigla, lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
9.
Boi v'shalom materet bala ga b'simcha u'b'tohola tochem unei am segula boi chala lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
What do you need to leave behind you now? The week that has just been, perhaps some busyness or some anxiety, perhaps some grief. But the week was also perhaps filled with joy and accomplishments. As we sit here ready to move into the Sabbath, take stock of where you are, of how you drop into this gift of Shabbat, and how you'll pay attention to what your soul needs, how you are called into this place of Sabbath rest. 144.
Yitkada v'yitkadash Shmei Rabba בעלמא דברי חירותי, וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון, ובחיי כל בית ישראל. בגלה, בגלה, ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה, יתברך, יתברך, וישתבח, ויתפאר, ויתרומם, ויתנשא, ויתהדר, ויתעלה, ויתהלל, שמי דקדושה ברך הוא, לעילה מן כל ברכתה, ושירתה, תושבחתה, ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמא, ואמרו Amen.
145 at the bottom. Entrances to holiness are everywhere. The possibility of ascent is all the time, even at unlikely times and through unlikely places. There is no place on earth without the presence. We call one another into formal worship. One 149. Ma'ariv Aravim, a time of transition, letting go of the day and welcoming the darkness there is unknown. And we stand on this precipice and prepare ourselves. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my sister, my brother, or cross over?
Baruch atah Adonai, Hamariv Aravim.
152.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
154. You shall love Adonai, your source, with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you are home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and let them be as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your gates and on your house. Thus you shall remember and observe all of my commandments, and be holy to the one. I am Adonai, Hatzor, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your Hashekhinah. I am Adonai, Hatzor. Adonai Elohechem, Amen. 158. These are the words of Miriam, of Moses, of Bnei Yisrael. These were the words that were said last week in the Torah. Fresh in our hearts, fresh in our minds, we say the Mi Chamocha, not just on Shabbat, but each and every day, remembering the Exodus as if it were today, remembering that sense of freedom and that sense of being connected to something bigger than you.
Moshe u'Miriam, Ze'elianu ve'amru, Ze'elianu ve'amru, Adonai Iloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai Iloch le'olam va'ed. Lai 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 lai.
One 162, the philosopher Achad Ha'am brought these words of wisdom. More than the Jewish people, we have kept Shabbat. It is Shabbat that keeps us Jewish and a people. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael, 162.
V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל
לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. לי, 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 One 164. The source has placed challenges and abilities in each and every one of our hearts. The question is always, how do we find our duty, whoever we are, whatever our strengths or our sensitivities? How will we realize the gifts of the source in times of celebration and joy, and in times of challenges that inevitably come our way? תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. La 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la. La 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Praying Tfilat Amidah belachash, in a whisper, each of us finding the unwritten prayer in our hearts. The traditional Tfilah continues through page 180.
Ose shalom,
Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'emru amen.
Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amen. Ose shalom, shalom
bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. There was once a group of people, about 30 of them, who decided to take a long journey in a boat. And so they gathered together, and there in the water, they each got into the boat, and they sat 15 on each side, and they rowed together on their journey. In the middle of the ocean, halfway to their destination, one man sitting in his seat in the boat picked up a drill and began to drill a hole in the floor of the boat beneath his seat. The other people in the boat looked at him and said, "Why? What are you doing? Why are you doing this?" And he turned to them and he said, "What concern is it for you? After all, I'm drilling the hole in my place, beneath my seat. Why do you care what I'm doing?" And the others turned to him and said, "Fool, don't you know that if you drill a hole in your place beneath your seat, the water that floods in from the ocean will flood the entire boat and drown us all?" How is it that we sometimes forget our responsibility to one another? Once upon a time, there was another man on a journey. This man was walking through the desert. He was walking and walking and walking. He was so hot. He was so tired. He was so hungry. He was so thirsty. And then he saw a gorgeous tree with branches, lush, with leaves and fruit. And he thought to himself, "This tree is gorgeous. It has delicious fruit. It has an amazing shade. And beneath the roots of the tree ran a cold brook of delicious mountain water." So the man came and he sat underneath the tree. He reached up and he ate of the luscious fruit. He rested his tired body under the branches of the tree, and he leaned over into the brook and drank from the mountain water. And when he was sated, he had eaten all he needed, he had rested, and he had cool down by drinking the water, he turned to the tree and he said, "Oh, tree, what can I bless you with? I'd like to bless you with delicious fruit, but you already have delicious fruit. I'd like to bless you with beautiful branches that give shade, but you already have gorgeous branches that give incredible, ample shade. I'd like to bless you with a stream of water that would flow by your roots, but you already have that stream of mountain, cold, fresh water. What can I bless you with, tree? I know. Oh, source of creation, I ask that this tree be blessed, that all of its seedlings, all of the young trees that grow from this tree, that they be just as magnificent as this tree itself is. These two stories from our tradition. The first, the story of the boat, comes from Midrash Rabbah, Vayikra 4, Bet. And the second from Talmud Ta'anit, 5, Bet. May we grow during this month of Shvat. May we grow during this pandemic with the lessons of both of these Jewish teachings. Turning to page 371, we pray a Mi Sheberach, a prayer for healing, holding these beloved members of our congregation in our hearts. Avel Ben Rachel David, Kenneth Atkins, Amanda Batista, Susan Bosch, Daniel Jules Brenner, Andrea Klein, Audrey Cohn, Barbara Cohn, Phoebe Cohn, Adele Corvin, Tyler Corvin, Louis Costello, John Gaudier, Joy Gross, Darren Jacobs, Judy Jacobs, Jacobs Care, Seth Care, Mary Jane Klein, Lou Klein, Martha Linebeck, Paula Markovitz, Howard Pellet, Christine Riley, Tony Rosenstein, Robin Stone, Joan Valenti, Ellen Vogeloff, George Wells, Ben Wilder, Phyllis Wolfield, Gretchen Zimmerman. Continued healing for all of these. For all those that I am holding in my heart now, for all those that you are holding in your hearts. Sheberach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing. Let us say Amen. Mi Sheberach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Le'avoteinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of the spirit, and let us say Amen. A moment of announcements. Tomorrow morning, Shabbat Minyan begins at 10 a.m. I look forward to sharing that with you. Next week, our regularly weekly class schedule resumes and continues. Tuesday morning meditation and Torah study, beginning Hebrew. Wednesday, Hebrew trope and conversational Hebrew. Thursday, intermediate Hebrew, Chai with the rabbi. Brotherhood's monthly meeting is Tuesday evening at 6:30. Of course, longstanding as well as new members are encouraged to participate. Sisterhood's monthly meeting is Thursday evening at 7 p.m. Longstanding and new members are encouraged to participate. Announcements. It's Purim! Woo! It's Purim time. Our Megillah and our Spiel will be Friday, February 26th. There are so many ways for you to participate. Our goal is that everyone in our community participates at least in one way. This Sunday, we're premiering a Homentashen video brought to us by an incredible New York City bakery. Please look at the email and join us for the unfolding of the Homentashen video that will remain on our website. Everyone is encouraged to be part of the Mishloach Manot, to deliver one basket to a member of our community that you will be assigned, and to receive a basket that will surprise you from one other member, and be part of Mishloach Manot by preparing a basket for the Roundout Valley Food Pantry. We are collecting that all month. Check the website for drop-off times and instructions. This is a great mitzvah during our time of joy. I hope that you will choose to be part of this. There are so many members of the Kingston and surrounding community who are hungry, who are food insecure. We can make a difference during our time of joy. Please be part of dressing up with your Purim costume, of showing us what the Ra'ashan is that you are creating in your home, and by uploading a 1 to 2 minute Purim spiel, a solo spiel. I'm doing one. It will be on our website. I hope that everyone will choose to participate in many different ways in this Purim choizik and Purim fun. By the end of this month, our Purim page should be filled with each of us dressed in our Purim costume. I can't wait till you see who I will be. If you know an essential worker that you feel should be honored, of course, the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th weeks on Friday night, we read all of those names out loud. If you're interested in participating in any of our many active committees, please reach out to any of the board members or to me or to our office staff, and we will help connect you so you can be at the regular committee meetings and participate. There's so much to do at CEHV. Please check our website and figure out how you can get more involved this winter as we reach toward spring. For members of our community who are in their time of grief, for members who have sustained a recent loss, the last week, the last month, and for those who are in their year of grief, please know that we, your congregation, are with you. And for those yard sites of loved ones who died in this season in years past, may their memory be for a blessing. Herbert Appenzeller, remembered by Stephen Appenzeller. Tzvi Hirsch, Ted Baker, remembered by Alicia Baker, Seymour, and family. Sigmund Beck, Benjamin Crawford, remembered by Joseph and Barbara Cohen. Leah Feldman, Rose Levitas, Ralph Mann, Christine Monahan, remembered by Michelle Monahan. Zichronam levracha, may their memories be for a blessing. Turning together in our Siddur, 594. Why should I wish to see the source better than this day? I see something of the sacred one in every hour and every moment. In the faces of other people, I see HaShekhinah, and in my own face in the glass. I find letters from HaShekhinah dropped in the streets, and everyone is signed by the Eternal One's name. And I leave them where they are, for I know that wheresoe'er I go, others will punctually come forever and ever. Holding our loved ones close to our hearts, the blessings of memory, the blessings of love. Kaddish Yatom 598. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayeichon u'vyomeichon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam ul'almei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shmei dekudesha brichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, da'amiram bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shmaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol b'nei Adam v'imru amen. Tomorrow morning when we read Torah, we will be in Parshat Yitro. And in this parsha, the parsha called Jethro, something extraordinary happens. We receive Torah. We receive the 10 Commandments. We receive the 613 commandments. Be certain to tune in tomorrow as this happens in our service, as we celebrate today, Parshat Yitro, with the 613 commandments.
Well, there were
613 commandments that Moses gave to us. La 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 la.
As we stood at the foot of the mountain of Sinai, our dear Moses started to fuss. He drew 2 tablets onto the ground, and much to our surprise, the 10 commandments broke into pieces, and we couldn't believe our eyes. Because the Torah was much too long to describe to all the Jews, our source decided to write 10 commandments that said the don'ts and do's. Every commandment talked about the way we had to live when we work or play, cook or clean, borrow, take or give. Well, there were 613 commandments that Moses handed to us. As we stood at the foot of the mountain of Sinai, our dear Moses started to fuss. He threw 2 tablets onto the ground, and much to our surprise, the 10 commandments broke into pieces, and we couldn't believe our eyes. As we stood at the bottom of the mountain and listened to Moshe, he asked how many wanted the Torah, and a bunch of us said, yeah. We thought about the way life was and the way life ought to be. Without the Torah, we would have been lost and stuck with idolatry. Well, there were 6 113 commandments that Moses handed to us. As we stood at the foot of the mountain of Sinai, our dear Moses started to fuss. He threw 2 tablets onto the ground, and much to our surprise, the 10 commandments broke into pieces, and we couldn't believe our eyes.
But don't worry, because we got another set of tablets after the broken ones. Vayehi erev, vayehi voker, yom hashishi, vayichulu hashamayim v'haaretz v'chol tziva'am, vayichal Elohim bayom hashvi'i, melachto asher asa, vayishpot bayom hashvi'i, mikom melachto asher asa, vayivarech Elohim et yom hashvi'i, Kadesh oto ki vo Shabbat mikom melachto asher bara Elohim lasot savri. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. Hamotzi lechem in haaretz. We give thanks to the source for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom.